So you guys want to know what class I'll always remember and be grateful for all my life? It's this one right here, Com 180 with Dr. Barry Fike.
Okay.
Well, before I get into anything, I would just like to say you guys always have to be grateful for your classes, as you'll never know when they will suddenly become useful in your life, and they suddenly become handy for you, okay? So just keep that in mind. And so I just got this hoodie last night after 2 whole months of pledging for Alpha Kappa Psi. And let me tell you, those 2 months were definitely worth it, and it was all thanks to this class right here. Thanks to you, Dr. Fike, and all your tips on public speaking.
Okay.
So I've never really been much of a public speaker all throughout elementary school, high school, junior high, whatever. And basically, I've always been shy. I was always unprepared before a speech. I'm always disorganized with my flow or organization of what I'm gonna say. And even that I joined the debate teams in high school, that didn't really help me much, as I never really saw it as a priority for me to focus on my flaws and improve my skills in any way like that. So this time, being in my second year, it's like I'm really starting to realize that everything in college is just taking off, and your classes are actually becoming more and more useful. You know, I know, right? Who would have thought? So I haven't always been this enthusiastic about all my classes, or even about Com 180. I was honestly afraid of this class. Like seeing the class on my transcript just scared me to death. You know, I could never deal with the anxiety that comes before public speaking, and you know, I imagined a strict professor just analyzing my speech as I'm frozen like ice and sweating my way through it in front of the class. But thankfully, nothing about this class was like I imagined or thought. Dr. Fike had a really great laid-back attitude. The whole class had a really great attitude, and this whole environment just allowed me to focus on my skills and my flaws and actually listen in class. And you know, I got to learn all these really good tips on only put pictures in presentations, to always prioritize your audience and what you're going to say to them. And all these tips suddenly became so important for me right at this semester because of pledging for Alpha Kappa Psi. So basically, the pledge process, the whole 2-month pledge process requires each pledge to improve professionally. So we would always have weekly and either individual or group presentations every Wednesday night. And that was pretty tough, let me tell you that. I was always crippling with anxiety every Wednesday meeting. I was sweating like a pig before I had to go out on stage and talk. You know, it was one of those situations where you would just stand up there alone or with a group, and 20 people would just be looking at you, listening to you speak. And every time I would always feel anxious, or I would worry about how I'll perform, I would always just stop and think about all the things I learned in Com 180. You know, I would breathe, release my anxiety through my fingertips, you guys know what I mean, and just organize my thoughts into a proper flow. And I'm absolutely so grateful for this, as being in this class prepared me for everything I had to face in the pledge process. Com 180 suddenly became the best, worst class I ever had. And so if you're ever just faced with a public speaking problem in the future, just always stop and remember what Dr. Fike taught you, and you'll definitely be fine. So I will forever associate this hoodie and my success in AK Psi to this class of Com 180. So don't you ever forget about us or Dr. Fike, because I know I won't. Thank you.
Aha.